Hey, I want to tell you a story. So, I have a 17-year-old daughter and I have a 15-year-old son. And up until this point, we've been really blessed and fortunate that my daughter has not been super big into body image. But inevitably, because of the society we live in and the culture that we live in, right? It's going to hit at some point. And I understand that some of you have daughters who maybe started worrying about their body image at 13, at 11, gosh, even younger than that. But for us, it didn't really hit with Remy until she was about 16 years old. So for the last year, we've been dealing with it. It's not been a huge issue, but it looks a lot like this. How do I look in this? Have I gained weight? Do you think I can eat this? Will this be bad if I'm trying to lose weight? Mom, I'm not as skinny as her. Do I look as skinny as her? Do I look as healthy as her? Is she more fit than me? Should I work out harder? You know the drill. It's about 6 months ago. I had a mirror that has been hanging in my bathroom hallway for many, many years. And I started to redo my bathroom and do some different colors in there, painted the cabinets. And suddenly the mirror did not go anymore. It was a big silver kind of gaudy mirror that was there when we bought the house. And I wanted to get rid of it. I took it down and it sold instantly. In fact, it sold before I had the money to get another mirror, or really even knew what kind of mirror I wanted to get. For several weeks, almost a month, my kids would go in there to brush their teeth or wash their face, and there would be no mirror there. And over time, I started noticing that the mirror not being there was one of the best decisions that we had unknowingly ever done. And so I decided something one day when they were at school. I decided to do something, and I want to show you what I did. This is not because I'm a perfect parent. In fact, I am as far from it as you can possibly imagine. But I've decided to do something here in their bathroom. I've got 2 years left with my daughter before she goes off to college. I've got 2 years left to impart as much wisdom into her little heart and mind as I possibly can. And there's a couple of things that I want her to know. I want her to know them so bad that I took my newly decorated bathroom with fresh paint from the painters and I wrote on the walls with Sharpie. And so now when she looks into the mirror, this is what she sees. If you're going to do this for your children, don't forget that as much as the world tells women what they should look like and act like and be thin like, they are also talking to the boys. They're also talking to our boys. So I made sure that I was doing the same thing. And now, when they come in here to wash their little hands and look in the mirror, this is what they see. And every day I add one thing to it. So every day when they wake up, they're kind of curious to see what the next thing is. I add one special statement that God has said about them to the wall every day. And if you know God's word very much and you know what he said about you, then you know I could cover this entire bathroom in Sharpie, and I very well might. Because every single day until she leaves for college, I want her eyes to land on something that he has said about her. I don't want it to land on how much she weighs. I don't want it to land on how she looks. I don't want it to land on whether there's a zit on her face or how good her hair looks that day. She's going to find enough mirrors in her life. When she's in my house, these are the words and these are the things that I want her eyes to land on. So then the other day I came in here, I went to go add one of my things. I think I was going to write, all the power that is in heaven also belongs to you, when I noticed something right underneath those words. Raising kids is hard. Raising girls in this culture, really, really hard. Raising men of character and integrity, so hard. So when you're trying to do all the things right, and you won't always get them right. I don't believe I've ever told any of y'all to follow me for more parenting tips. Just remember that this summer, your house will be filled with your children and your grandchildren and your children's friends. And every time they come into your bathroom and they go to look in a mirror that tells them they are not enough, they don't look the part, they're not good enough, may they instead see the most true words that have ever been spoken about them. I can't tell you how many teenagers have already been to my house this summer and been like, Miss Melissa, what happened to your mirror? And I'll say, I sold it. And one of them said, I have to tell you, I like that better.